Well, Theo, thank you for speaking to us again. It's been 3 weeks since that manic deadline day. What's it been like since you've come back?
Do you know, it'd be everything I've dreamt of, to be honest. I've been settled in really well. The lads have, obviously, because it was international break as well, so it's quite different to meet all the guys. Obviously, with restrictions at this moment in time, it's different, but it's just felt like home for me, to be honest. It really has. The manager's been great. And the playing style, I'm starting to learn it pretty quickly. I'm a quick learner, so I settled in well. And I felt obviously the game went very well, which is probably the main thing out of everything, really, yeah.
Yeah, I know when you spoke at your signing interview, it almost seemed quite surreal. And I remember thinking back when Danny Ings joined the club, he was kind of a Southampton lad who always dreamt of playing for the club, and he said it was the long drive down from Liverpool was when it really hit him that it was actually happening. Has there been a sort of a moment where it's dawned on you that you've actually become a Southampton player again?
Do you know, it's funny you say that because it's not quite hit me. I feel like today's hit me because it's the first time I've walked down the tunnel and seen the stadium and then just sort of see myself as a 16-year-old kid playing at St Mary's. So it's hit me now a little bit more than it has at the training ground. Training ground's completely different. But the structure of the academy side, I've managed to train with the academy guys as well, which is great to see. So that's sort of talent's coming through there, which is like it's always been, which is great. But yeah, it's probably hit me a little bit now, actually walking down that tunnel. Actually, to be fair, but obviously in this suit, obviously I want to be wearing the Southampton colours. But yeah, I can't wait for that, definitely.
So you've already played a game, but it's only hitting you now. That's interesting.
Well, that's what I mean. It's straight like something about being at St Mary's is a special stadium, special place. It's where all my best memories have been, really, to be honest. Obviously I had many years at Arsenal and great years at Everton as well, but it's just something about Southampton it's always sort of drawn me here, and always wanted them to do well, always look at fixtures, results, everything. So yeah, I feel like I am part of this club, definitely.
Do you remember the very first time you played here?
The very first time? Would it have been wouldn't have been a reserve game? Portsmouth? I don't. Wasn't that one?
I don't actually have the answer.
I remember a Portsmouth game, I think it was, played here. I think Linvoy Primus. I scored a goal and I celebrated, but I actually think I dislocated my shoulder during the celebrations because I think he landed on me, Linvoy Primus, when I went to shoot to score. But yeah, no, I can't. No, it might have been. I must have. No, it would have been maybe Youth Cup as well. It would have been Youth Cup games, FA Youth Cup. I mean, there's so many great sort of occasions I've had here. I want to make more memories now, really, at the sort of experience I am now and the age I'm at. I just feel like I've got a lot to offer still. I've learned a lot over the years, and I feel like I can help this team to develop into, they're a very good team anyway at this moment in time. But if anything I can help with, I'm there for it.
Yeah, you mentioned the Youth Cup there, which was kind of the start of your Southampton journey, I suppose. And what a youth team it was that you played in, because so many of those guys went on to play in the Premier League, either with Saints or beyond. Are you kind of still in touch with those guys that you grew up with?
Yeah, well, I've been in touch with Gareth, and obviously moving back down south now to Tottenham, where I feel like that's his home. I think that it's quite clear to see that he's got a real, nice touch for them. And obviously the players that I've played against, Dexter Blackstock, I've been in contact the odd time, and Dave McGoldrick, Nathan Dyer, Jake Thompson, one of my closest friends who had a little career here. So yeah, I'm in touch with quite a few of the lads, to be honest. It's nice to see that a lot of them have gone on to do have good careers as well. And obviously, Dave is obviously playing for Sheffield United in a competitive league still. And yeah, we're similar sort of age. Adam Lallana as well has obviously just moved on to Brighton. So it shows that the academy is always done well, and the players have gone on to do some great things. But yeah, that's something that's in the past now, and I want to help the academy graduates coming through now as well. Like I say, and train with them. I'm sure they've got a lot of questions to ask. And, quite a few of them have already asked me a few questions, and even a lot of them saying watching you at Arsenal and then now actually playing with you is just a strange feeling. So it's just, that's a nice sort of touch, really, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that commitment to the academy is still very much in place here at this club, as you know. I mean, only on Sunday, Dan and Lunderloo made his senior debut. Nathan Teller's a guy who's coming through as well, in a kind of playing a similar role to you. He was actually on the books at Arsenal for 10 years.
He was.
Did you know each other?
No, well, we have bumped into each other the odd time. Obviously, the past didn't cross too much really, because I was in the first team. He was just coming through really, and then he obviously moved on. And what I've seen of him actually so far in my short time here, I'm very impressed with his attitude, particularly, to be honest. I feel like he's a hard worker. I feel like everyone's a really hard worker. The way the manager wants us to play, you need to work hard. As simple as that. If you don't work hard, you're not going to play. Simple. There's no hiding place. So he expects perfection really in certain jobs, particularly off, not with the ball. But yeah, it's something that I've started to learn pretty quickly now. So I'm looking forward to the next game really. It's a shame that I couldn't play that game after a little break, but I've managed to recover from the first game now. So yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah, the manager actually said to us that you turned to him and spoke about the intensity of the training, and that had kind of left a real impact on you. I mean, I think he took great pride in that. I think he likes the players to suffer a little bit the training field.
I feel like I'm built for this sort of intensity training now. I feel like the Chelsea game particularly, the amount of running that the whole team did, but I was very pleased considering I've not played a lot of football up to now, and the amount of running I did, and not just that, what I could do, especially in the second half, particularly started to get into the game a lot more. So I was pleased with that 90 minutes. I didn't expect to play 90 minutes. I don't think anyone did, to be fair, but I got through it fine. So yeah, the fitness levels, I feel like I'm built to play this sort of playing style as well. And like I say, I'm learning pretty quickly, and the manager's pulled me aside a few times and put me in the room just to go over a lot of things, a lot of tactics, which is really nice to see as well, just to get my sort of coaching head on, because it's something maybe in the future I might want to look at. So yeah, it's very interesting. It's like I say, I really enjoyed my short time working with the manager at the moment, and hopefully it can be a long-term thing.
You still had enough energy in the legs in the last minute against Chelsea to set up a goal as well. It was a fairy tale start, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was, to be honest, because to come back from 2-0 down away at Chelsea, it shows a lot of character from in the team, and the way how we just didn't stop. We just didn't stop. We didn't give up. We just felt like we can get something out of this. If anyone was going to win, it was going to be us as well. That's what it was going to come down to. And yeah, it was obviously, Big Jan obviously heading it in. It was brilliant. And it wasn't going in, to be fair. It was probably in the post, I think. But yeah, it was really nice to get a result away from home. First game, it's always a nice feeling when you get something. That's where, especially a Big Six team as well. But I feel like this club's got ambitions to push on to reach bigger things. I mean, a stadium like this, and the players, the way they work, I feel like they want to push on, and I've got a sneaky feeling it might be a very interesting year for Saints this year.
Yeah, so far so good, and obviously another victory on Sunday against your parent club, Everton. Unfortunately, you weren't able to play in that one. When did you realise that the first home game was Everton? Because that must have been a bit of a kick in the teeth.
Do you know what? I actually didn't realise until after the Chelsea game, really. I was like, who are we playing next? Everton. I was like, I can't play in that, can I? So it's just one of those things. It's the way it was. But like I said before, it gave me a lot of time just to recover from the game I had, to be fair. But I've trained, I've looked after myself. It's been kind of nice as well, because I've not been able to see my family as much. And they've come down for half term, so I've had to have a bit of time with them, which has been really nice. Which has been really important for me, because when you live away from your family, it's not an easy thing to deal with. So we've crossed that bridge. But yeah, it's training today, so I'm looking forward to the next game ahead. Really, it's going to be an interesting, because obviously Aston Villa are in good form at this moment in time as well. So they're bouncing back from a defeat against Leeds. But I feel like not many teams are going to want to play Southampton at the moment in time. I had a feeling that the Everton game was going to be a tough one. Everton, of course, the way they started as well has been brilliant. And they continue to do so. I feel like it's just a little blip in them, but I just felt that Sandon had a little bit too much from on the day. Yeah.
You mentioned your family there. Obviously, I mean, that's probably the biggest change in your life since you were last here. What's it been like off the pitch in terms of settling back into the local area?
Well, I went to West Quay actually the other day, and I went to just outside Claire's Accessories, where I met my wife Mel. Took a picture of myself, sent it to her. Just brought back all the memories, just came flooding back in, to be fair. And being able to see close friends and family that I've not seen for a long time, it's been really good. And the lady Jules that looks after us at the lodge when I was younger, I'm going to go see her next week as well, so that'll be nice to pop in and see her, because she was unbelievable lady that looked after all the players. I mean, I don't know how she did that. I can't believe all the guys there doing that, honestly. So yeah, it's just nice to be back to where I feel like I want to be. Yeah.
I know when you were younger, your dad used to drive thousands of miles to take you to training and to matches as well. How did he react? How did the rest of your family react?
Well, it's funny because I didn't really tell them until I was driving down here from Manchester, where I came from, and it's funny because he used to obviously drive me down to Southampton on regular occasions, twice a week, but now I'm driving myself, and I just told him the news, and it's like he broke down in tears, really. Like I said to my mum, my brother and sister, phoned them all as well just to explain the situation. It wasn't quite over the line yet though, so I was waiting for the phone calls to happen, but there's still a lot to do when I got down here. So yeah, I'm just pleased that both clubs came to the agreement to get it sorted, because it means, you know, it means a lot. It really does, definitely. Every time I look down to the badge and I see it, it's something that just sort of gives me chills, really, which I want. Yeah,
it's clearly such a strong emotional connection that you've got to the club, and it's such a shame in the current environment, obviously, that the fans can't welcome you as they normally would. But are you sort of one who's quite active on social media? Have you felt the warmth of their kind of welcome?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I've so many messages. Can't thank everyone at all. I try my best. Technology these days, but yeah, honestly, it's a shame that not just myself with not having fans to, you know, obviously sort of welcome me here, but they've welcomed me on the other side of things like the social platforms, but just other, you know, clubs and players that we were saying before that make their debuts and stuff, and they can't actually have their families and stuff. It's not nice to see, but it's just the way it is at the moment in time, and I'm sure hopefully we can get something, you know, going pretty soon, because I feel like every club's probably ready for it. I really do. And football is very different now, and players have got used to it, but it's something not right, and I feel like the fans, obviously they make football what it is. So yeah, I can't wait for them to get back. We're going to really, you know, have some good times, and we will come back soon.
One thing I did want to ask you about as well was all the times you've played here as an away player. You've actually got an annoyingly good record against Southampton.
No.
The only one game you've scored in here, though, you managed to get a hat-trick. So I just wondered how the fans treated you that day and how they've treated you over the years, and maybe whether that left a lasting impression on you.
So I remember when we played at Arsenal at the Emirates, and I think we won 6-1 it was, and I scored. It was the first time I scored against Southampton since the move, and I just couldn't celebrate, none of that stuff. And obviously the years and years go by, and as you score goals, you just celebrate because you score goals, and obviously scoring a hat trick at St Mary's was, yeah, I'm going to celebrate. It'd be wrong not to celebrate a hat trick. But yeah, I do remember that game very well, actually. I really do. But I would like to make those memories, you know, come alive. Being in the Southampton shirt, that's my main goal now. I want that to, you know, to make an impression here. Not, you know, people were great when I was here playing against them. Honestly, all the time, warming up, people waving and giving me great stuff. So that's always means a lot when I've been scoring goals against them. But I will be scoring goals for you now. That's the main.
Yeah, no, it's always felt like the club and the fans have kind of taken some pride in everything that you've achieved since you've left. That bond has always kind of stayed in place, I think.
Yeah, no, it is, and like I said, I've gone away with a lot of experience, and it's a bit like a film, I suppose. When, I don't know, if you think of films, the way they come around the full cycle, when they, I know, they go missing and they come back to home like Nemo, I don't know, type thing. So that's what I watch now, kids' films, I think. But it just feels like this is meant to be. It really does. Like I say, it hit me now. So yeah, it's like I say, this club's massive for me. Yeah.
I know the training ground has changed so much over the years. Obviously, loads of new faces working at the club as well. Does it still feel like the same place?
Yeah, no, it does, to be fair. It really does. Obviously, with the restrictions at this moment in time, it's different in some extent, but yeah, it does. I mean, obviously, the facilities are fantastic. Like I was saying before, the academy side of things is second to none. It's the way it was when I left. The players are developing, coming through, can see it already. So, and they want to play the same sort of style, obviously, that the coach is playing at the moment, which is perfect. When they come into the first team, they don't look out of place, and that's what it was like when I was here. When I remember me and Nathan Dyer got stepped up to the first team against Klaus Lindebaum, I think it was, and who was the other player? God, I can't remember the other player. And Harry Redknapp was the manager, and we just ran rings around the centre backs because we just knew what to do, because they want to prepare you to get to the first thing. That's what it's about. And if you can go away, get experience somewhere, and come back, it's only bodes well to, for better things. But like I said, I feel like a lot of the players have come to me already just to talk to me and just me be around. I feel like it's going to help this sort of young age group coming through as well, definitely.
Now I'm going to embarrass you a little bit before we let you go, because in front of me I've got a list of some of your achievements since you left Southampton the first time. So we've got more than 500 club appearances, 47 caps for England, England's youngest ever player, England's youngest hat-trick scorer, 3-time FA Cup winner, including scoring in the final, more than 100 goals for Arsenal. I mean, the list goes on and on. How do you keep the fire burning, and what's left for you to achieve here?
Well, I felt that I still got a lot to offer in the Premier League, particularly. Even at my age, I'm 31, but my body's not that. The way I look after myself consistently in the gym, because I know all these players are athletes now, and you need to keep up with them. Simple as that. You need to eat the right foods, do the right things, work hard. As simple as that. And it could have been easily just sort of sat away from the game type thing, but I feel like I've got a lot of hunger still in the Premier League, still a lot to offer, and I want to bring all that experience and all that that success I've had to here to help myself and obviously the team, and then obviously that sort of generation coming through. That's my goals really, to be honest. I'm just, like I said, I feel like a kid again. Like that's what I feel like. So that's a very good thing, I feel, because you express yourself when you're coming through and you're young and you just play with no fear. That's what I feel like right now, which is a very good place to be, I feel. So to be in this team and have that sort of feeling, it bodes well. I really do. I've got so much sort of positive energy about it. I feel like always positive people get positive people around you, it's going to help. So I feel like I'm in a very, very good environment at this moment in time, and in myself as well. I feel, like I said, I feel 16 again. Remember when I made my debut? That's what I feel like right now. So yeah.
And to be sitting here looking out over that pitch, I mean, how much are you looking forward to playing at St Mary's for the first time with that Saints shirt back on?
Honestly, I cannot wait. I really can't. I just obviously got the Villa game first, and then we'll cross that bridge with the next one. But yeah, honestly, it's going to be a really special night, I feel, definitely.